And welcome to Raising the Standards. Jacoby with you on this beautiful day. Hello, Bill Wolverton with me. Buddy Bill here in the studio.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
I'm delighted to have you. The lovely and talented Mrs. Jacoby is with us, who brought snacks. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello.
I stopped being lovely and talented all of a sudden?
Well, you're still lovely and talented. We're getting spoiled by this. Usually Rachel brings her own food, and then we get nothing.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway. Happy, boy, this is the first time it really felt like summer to me. I know we've had a couple of hot days.
A little too much like summer.
A little too much like
All
summer.
week, kind of.
Yeah.
You might not want what Rachel brings for herself.
No.
I've seen some of the stuff she drinks.
Way too healthy.
Yeah.
No, that stuff is frightening. She is out being lost studying. I guess that's a verb. And
You just made it one.
I just made it one. And so we're wishing her, the poor thing, she just is... You shouldn't make big challenges like that arrive late in your life, even though she's middle of her life. You got to have a lot more energy. You need the energy of an 18-year-old.
It's not late in her life. Not yet.
Not yet.
I mean, I started doing this when I was 60.
Really?
I'd never done radio until I was 60.
It's just about perfect.
Okay. Yeah. My God, I started it when I was 12 or something. But anyway, good show today. We're going to talk to Lauren Monroe from Raven Drum, and I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. Before we go there, it's the beginning of football season. Ohio State and Texas today, and watched a little bit of the San Jose State game last evening, and unfortunately they lost, but it's all begun. And
Go Spartans.
Go Spartans, indeed. Spartans lost last night to Central Michigan. That's the bad news. The worst news is they're 0-1 when they go back to play Texas next week.
Oh.
So that's going to be a little tough. Raising the Standards is, if you've been a listener for a long time, we hope you have been, has been around for well over 30 years since I started this show. And I've always endeavored to entertain and to inform you about things that you should know. Today we're going to inform you about something you really need to know. And that's about a group of folks from Raven Drum Foundation. With us on the line, one of the founders, Lauren Monroe. Hello, my dear. How are you? Hello, Lauren. You there?
Hi there.
Hi there. How are you?
It's great to be here.
Well, I'm delighted to have you call in. I know you work with our friend Linda, who said, "Is there going to be video because she hasn't done her makeup?" And I said, "I haven't done mine."
It's Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. Mary's in the studio.
Yes. Good morning, or good afternoon, Lauren. How are you?
Hi, Mary.
Yes, and say hello to my buddy Bill, and we're going to spend. I'll let you do that. Say hello to Bill. Bill.
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Hey, buddy Bill. It's great to have the conversation today.
I got a new buddy.
Let's get to it. If you have not heard of Raven Drum and the foundation, it's high time you did. And to that end is why we're going to talk about it for a while today. You, my friend, are a vocalist, an entrepreneur, a therapist. You do interesting energy healing. Give me a little thumb sketch about where you're coming from and what got you there in life.
All right. Well, let's see. Gosh, where am I coming from? I'm a facilitator of alternative medicine in the form of energy medicine. So there are lots of different modalities that are under that umbrella, like acupuncture, which most people know. There's Reiki, there's homeopathy. And the way we're curating this form of healing experience is through drumming and mind-body practice, mind mastery practice. And so I've been teaching through massage therapy and energy medicine techniques since, it's been probably almost 30 years, to be honest. And it's had a beautiful unfolding into the world of music and drumming to combine these techniques to help people through trauma and to help people heal. And so we started the non-for-profit back in 2001, and myself and my husband, co-founder, his name is Rick Allen, we've been doing this work all around the country, and it's very rewarding to see people use rhythm and these mind mastery approaches to be able to transform their life.
Well, needless to say, drumming has been with the species for since time immemorial. Has it been the last 30, 40 years that it started to been used more creatively and more officially as a therapy?
I know there was research done in the 80s. I think this wasn't anything new in the 70s either. But I think as time goes on, we're able to really gather evidence-based research that shows how effective rhythm is in particular, as well as sound and vibration, how we can really shift various different aspects of our health, including our respiration, our immunity, and our entire sense of well-being when we explore aspects of rhythm as a therapy.
Now, when you talk about a therapy and specifically drum therapy, is that normally it manifests itself as a drum circle, or can that therapy be done one-on-one?
It can be done one-on-one. It could be small groups, large groups. We've done, primarily in the work that we've done, it's been small groups for the programs that we do and larger groups for fundraising events and collaborative programs where we bring in first responders or veterans to experience this work along with the community. And so it could be, for us, it could be 15, 20 people or 250 people.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's interesting, Bill. When Mary and I were in New Orleans last year, we went to because New Orleans itself is a national park,
Right.
And they had some drum circles.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily for therapy, but what I found interesting about it is because I have no rhythm whatsoever. You think white guys can't jump, but I would came out of it with just a really lovely fulfillment.
Yeah,
and it was really wonderful. Do you find people say that as they come out of your events, Lauren?
It's so interesting because, yes, the answer is yes to that. And I think music is interesting because it doesn't take language. It's a universal way we can communicate. And rhythm, like you said, it's in all of us. Our first rhythm we ever heard was our mother's heartbeat. It's in our DNA. And then going through our ancestral lineage, every person on the planet has an ancestor down the line that either played a rattle or a drum to communicate, to heal the community, to mourn, to pray for crops, to celebrate. And I think it's in us. So when we hear drum rhythms, it's something that's so organic to our nature that we start to fall in line with the rhythm. And then when you're guided on how to use your mind specifically as a therapeutic experience, it's very powerful.
And it is as common or a common denominator, if you will, the rhythm and the beat as their smiles or laughter. It applies right across the board.
It does, and there's something interesting called bioentrainment that happens, and we experience it every day when, say, you go and stand in front of the ocean, and that frequency becomes the dominant frequency, and so your whole nervous system starts to respond, and we get calm. We get that way when we walk through a forest. We get the dominant frequency is nature, and when we're in the drum circle, the dominant frequency is the rhythm. So people start to become more entrained with their rhythm, and the everyday banter, the thoughts, the problems, the anxiety starts to dissipate. And we start to become within an experience of oneness together. And that's where we really can teach very, very powerful principles on how to emotionally regulate. And I think when it comes to trauma, it's about how we regulate our emotions when we get triggered. And we see this is a great space to teach that.
Yes, indeed. You alluded to the fact your partner and your husband, Rick Allen, and certainly if you're a music fan, you'll know both Lauren's name and Rick's name. Rick is the drummer for Def Leppard. So he knows a little bit about drumming to begin with.
He does, and he knows a little bit about trauma, too. And I think this is the wonderful thing for him. He'll always say, I'm a work in progress, because post-traumatic stress sometimes isn't one thing that is going to help heal you, but it's a collection of things and skills and techniques that you learn. And it's his way to give back and also help himself as we, create these experiences for people. So it's a wonderful blend of personal knowledge and experience that we give to people and we share.
Let's, if you don't mind, let's talk a little bit about that. This may well have probably before you met, but Rick lost his arm in, 84?
Yeah, he lost his arm when he was 21.
Yeah. So that he has obviously had a lot of dealings, or did during that of trauma care and first responders.
Absolutely, and he would be the first one to share this story of how if by chance or how the universe wanted it, he had this very serious car accident, and the seatbelt took his arm. And he flew out of the sunroof and landed in a field. And if it wasn't for two random people that showed up on the scene, one was a nurse off duty and the other was an off-duty police officer. And they found him, they recovered his arm, they put him in ice, and it just so happens to be New Year's Eve day. So there was a house close to the field they ran to, and they had all of this ice getting ready for the party. And they saved his life. Unfortunately, his arm couldn't be saved. But that's what started his journey. And like a lot of people, when you go through trauma, especially back in the 80s, there wasn't a lot of support for your mental well-being or your soul in general. It was all physical.
That's true.
And he had to struggle through that until he found more alternative ways to connect himself again.
What's interesting, Bill, you went through trauma as a younger man.
Yeah, pretty unusual thing. And 19, so a similar age to him.
You had a 50-50,
Really?
you had a 50-50 shot, is what they told you, right?
It was 3 days until I had as good as a 50-50 shot.
So,
Yeah.
But it's interesting, I would think, because there are people that are so manifestly important in your life that that you want to thank, and you really don't know how to do it. A thank you note to the surgeon.
I'll tell Lauren that, like her husband, I had the similar experience where the universe put the right people in the right place at the right time to keep me around. And it sounds like he had the same experience.
And,
He did. And you know what, Bill, was so wonderful about that is that when we met, we found a way to reach out to them because Rick couldn't reach them. And we found out that the two people that saved him, they ended up getting married.
Oh, wow.
that is great.
You know what? I knew that's what you were going to say.
And we invited them to our wedding.
That's super.
Well,
It was a beautiful closure. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm, needless to say, because I'm great at Trivial Pursuit, know a little something about everything, but not much about anything. I live for Wikipedia. Now, you are a wonderful vocalist, and we're going to play some of your music in a while and talk a little bit about that part of your career. But to look you up on Wikipedia, there's a whole thing on the wedding, for heaven's sakes. This is in Santa Monica. You've got an anniversary coming up in a couple of weeks or next month, right?
Yeah, we do in October. Sure.
Yeah. And you had this extraordinary wedding in the Santa Monica Mountains.
We did. We got married in outside of Santa Ynez.
Yeah. And you planned?
Up inside Santa Barbara.
I'm getting these little nuggets from Wikipedia. That says that you planned it for months, but you were quoted with a great line with your advice for brides of saying, don't take it too seriously.
Absolutely.
Not the planning part.
Yeah.
The marriage part, yes.
The marriage you should.
Because something will always happen. You have to roll with it.
And that's so wonderful, as you say, the closure with the folks that helped him. Now, talk a little bit about, Bill, you were asking me about, you love the logo. Which is very, I guess I describe it as Native American.
Yeah.
It's a raven in kind of a circle.
I just have a suspicion raven has some significance.
And before I ask that of Lauren, I will tell you, here I am again researching.
Okay.
The ravens in Greek mythology were bad luck. But thanks to Lauren
Really?
and Rick for an awful lot of heroes, it's good luck. So what made you come across the Raven as your logo and your name?
Well, we were very connected to nature as we went about looking at what we should do to incorporate our talents and help people. And those birds were very much a part of whenever we were outdoors and creating rhythm. And my background is in spiritual healing. I've worked with a lot of indigenous people, and the raven, in my understanding, from many cultures around the world, has a very positive note to it, being that they are messengers from the spirit world that bring information to humans. And we feel like the work we're doing brings the transformative message to human beings. And so in the early days, we just called it Raven Drum. We really didn't have the anticipation of it being a very huge foundation to do this work. But as soon as we got started, we saw the need and saw how much impact the drum circle had on people. That's why we've been doing it for so many years.
Well, ravens are also really smart to the point where they can solve problems. It sounds like you're out there solving problems.
And they hold grudges.
We're solving problems, yeah.
Yeah, they. The ancient Greeks, by the way, were not particularly optimistic. So as we evolved, we got a little bit hipper with the raven. Let's tell me about it. Is such a marvelous cause, needless to say, a marvelous foundation. And as you're really still in your infancy, and not going to use a joke about both the raven, always more, but there is always more need. And it's a daunting task to tackle.
We always said when we started this back, 20-something years ago, it's one person at a time.
Yeah.
And it's really about connecting people and opening people's awareness. I think there's always a need because we have a lonely state of humanity right now. And I think people just coming together with the intention of healing and feeling better is a great thing. And then we bring in the intention of our first responders. It's such a powerful topic to talk about. And I think as a civilian, a community member, we don't know the depth of that our first responders, sacrifice. And we have career first responders, 35 years, in service. And we have young teenagers that are about to join the academy. And a lot of them don't understand neuroanatomy, what happens to their brain and trauma, what happens to their body. And the culture, just like veteran culture, is kind of suck it up, buttercup, nothing to see here, because they're the heroes.
Yeah.
It's a real issue to try to educate the community that they need help too.
Yeah, and while it is obviously impossible to walk in someone else's shoes, it is possible to walk with them as you're helping them stand again, and that's what, to me, this is all about, and what's so wonderful about it. How do folks find out more? Say, they've got like a couple, 3 million laying around they'd like to donate. I mean, how do they do it? How do they get together with you? How can they volunteer? How can they donate? How can they help?
They can go to ravendrumfoundation.org. They can buy a ticket to some of our events. We're having some really great things that we want to share with people, experiences. We have memorabilia that we'll be bringing to these events, like a signed Def Leppard guitar, drum heads that are signed. There's something else we're doing that's really cool, where you get to ride in a fire truck with some of the firefighters and chefs as they go around the firehouses in Monroe County to judge the best firefighter chef. Wow. And they're all making chili, and it's just really unique. And then Rick will be in the fire truck with everybody driving around to these firehouses. So we have things like that we're contributing our time and collaborating with other nonprofits to just create a call to action. So go to ravendrumfoundation.org. You can donate. If you can't come to an event, you can always donate what you can, and it'll go towards a resiliency program.
Okay. Are you good for a couple more minutes?
Sure.
Good. You do have an event coming up, and before we talk about that event, which is coming up on September 25th at the Golden Bough in Monroe, tell me a little bit. You got a couple of CDs. You got a new CD coming out. What was your second CD? You haven't recorded for a couple of years?
It's my third with producer Jim Scott. I think it's my fourth solo album. But yeah, I've taken a couple of years just to play and then to create this whole showcase performance. It's called The Magnetic Stage, and it's original material that really focus on transformative experiences for the audience. So it's unique in the fact that we have a live multisensory concert experience where we have a lot of video images. We use solfeggio frequencies, which are these very ancient frequencies that move the body and the soul, where you can feel this emotional component to it. And then I guide people through various experiences with the music. So it's a great blend of contemporary music, ambient music, and some real community healing.
Now, what was it like growing up? Were your folks, was there a lot of music in the house?
A lot of music in my house. My background was really interesting because I came from an Italian Catholic family in Queens. And
that's almost redundant.
So we had a lot going on in that house. But one of the things that they did show me, which was rather odd, was transcendental meditation.
Really?
Yeah, and I learned that very, very young. And then I also started playing guitar when I was very young. So my experience is, in the mystical world and the spiritual world, I transcended to music right away so I could share it. Yeah. And it's been the same, in my adulthood and what I'm doing now. It's a powerful medium to share with people on how to transcend.
Yeah, and bless you for doing that. It is it's so fortunate to have a talent that can move people and can help people. I know my ability to be clever really doesn't help anybody. But,
I'm going to out you on the radio to Lauren. You said you can't drum. You and I shared a drum circle a year ago at Back Nine Grill and Bar, didn't we?
We may have.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would remember that from the lack of my drumming.
That's the thing. Everybody can drum.
Yes, everybody can drum.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like, I can say you make me feel like dancing, but it doesn't mean. So the 25th, you're doing a show, and Rick's going to be there. He's playing. Is he backing you?
Yeah, we have some great people coming. We'll be kicking off the night, really showing some videos, having a wonderful guest speaker. Her name is Susan Farron from Resiliency First. She's a career first responder who started this organization in training, and we collaborate with them. We'll talk about Raven Drum, and then we have the Magnetic Stage. We'll start with our opening act, Motion, which is Bobby McFerrin's a cappella singers. They are phenomenal. They're so magical in what they do with their voices, and they'll be engaging with the audience. Just very unique musical sharing from them. And then we come on stage. Rick is on drums. We have Javier Torres. He's an amazing percussionist and drummer from San Jose. We have Dylan Rose, homegrown from Santa Cruz. He is a virtuoso guitar player, rock guitar player. And we've combined Joshua Gooch from LA. He's our music director, who's played with the likes of Ringo Starr and Beth Hart and Shania Twain. And we have Kerry Frank on keys. He is formerly with Tedeschi Trucks and played with Bruce Springsteen. He's incredible. Our very own Stevie Cello on bass. He's a Latin jazz collective. He's here in Monterey. And then we have Rachel Mazer, who's right now on tour with Men at Work. And she's saxophone, keyboards, backing vocals, guitar. She plays everything. And we're quite a crew, and the talent is definitely worth coming for.
Oh, that sounds marvelous. Mary, we're going, right?
We are going.
We are going.
Absolutely.
Good.
Well, apparently you can expect a multi-sensory concert experience.
That would be great. As a matter of fact, if you want to end September, if you love music, love helping people, what a great thing to attend at the Golden Bough. Tickets. What do you buy them online at the Golden Bough, or also can you do it on your website?
I would go straight to the Golden Bough. You can come to our website too; it'll get you there with an additional click. But go to Golden Bough for tickets, and you can get your ticket. You also can be a VIP. We have some VIP experiences. We can get really great seats in the front, hang out with the band, meet Rick afterwards, which is always great. And some of the first responders that'll be there, also talk to them. We really want to build a community around this. We're looking for people who want to support this and see the need and become a part of our family.
And meet you as well, I assume.
Oh, yes. I'll be there, too.
Absolutely. I'll be there, too. It will be the three of us here in studio. It's going to be a big week for us because we're heading from there. I've got an MC at the Monterey Jazz Festival, so it'll be four
Monterey
wonderful
County
days.
at its finest this time of
it'll
year.
be just
Absolutely.
wonderful. I don't know how much deep fried squid I can eat, but it will be great. All right, we're going to, as we say goodbye, first of all, we want to thank you. I very much appreciate the call, and I hope, I think what you do is the rhythms of hope, and I do hope that our listeners and our families get together and come out and support you. But why should we support this woman? We don't even know what she sounds like. So
she's doing God's work.
She's doing God's work, but how's her voice?
I'm curious.
Well, let's play a little music as we sneak on out. Tell me a little bit about the tune "Big Love."
Oh, "Big Love" is an anthem of, I think, what the world needs right now. We released it a few years ago. It's from the album. Gosh, I don't even know. Under the Wolf Moon. And it's a great anthem, and it's just testament of what we all know what we need, and how division doesn't really get us that. So it's a coming together song. Thanks for playing it.
Thank you for coming together with us today, Lauren Monroe from Raven Drum Foundation. Take care of yourself, my friend.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you, Lauren.
There you go. Let's listen to a little music.
Everybody's fine, living in anger, from sunset to dawn, they're taking it home, and the fields on fire to wake up the ghost, and our hearts know why freedom is gone. I want big love, big love. I want big love, big love, big love, big love. Where is the line for those who suffer? Needles and lies keep taking them home, and a child won't hide when he sees a ghost, but a feels of light that loves him the most. Oh, big love, big love, big love, it home. And the fields on fire to wake up the ghost. And our hearts know why freedom is gone. I'm in love, in love, in love, in love.
That is very nice. Lauren Monroe. That's so nice of her to call. Mary, you were saying you're looking for some sponsors?
Yes, we would love to have sponsors help
that
us out
evening.
with our September 25th program. That would be wonderful. All you need to do is reach out to ravendunfoundation.org online. There's also a phone number that you can call, 831-238-8262. And we would really appreciate
All right.
support.
That's got to be very satisfying work for them.
It is. It
Yeah,
is.
they're
You
doing,
know,
doing a good thing.
Mary and I have I've often said that we do enough pro bono work. I should Mary share. And so we're doing an awful lot of work with Rancho Cielo, and I have for years done a great deal of MC work for nonprofits. And I've often quoted Danny Thomas, who used to say about St. Jude that there were people that ate well and there were people that slept well, and it's true. These folks, for what they do and who they do it for, must sleep very well and must
suspect
eat
they
very
do.
well. Anyway,
And we learned what bioentrainment is.
we did indeed,
Yeah.
and we got rid of that whole bad luck thing with the Raven.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I hope there's not a quiz
Straight
later.
now.
yeah. The people in Baltimore don't believe that. I'll tell you that because they're going for a Super Bowl. Anyway, just do a little business. You are listening to Raising the Standards, the internet's finest hour.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. You're right. You got your cue cards down. Let's hear
The
that.
Santa
We'll
Cruz
get
County
to-
Fair opens Wednesday, September 10th with FMX Rampage at the Grandstand featuring Adam Jones, X-Game gold medalist with his action team. Thursday, it's the Outlaw Mariachi. Friday, it's the White Album Ensemble. Saturday, Red returns, a Taylor Swift tribute band. And Sunday, the Chata Show, and that evening, Los Dinos. And our drone show at 9 o'clock each night. Pre-sale tickets and information at SantaCruzCountyFair.com.
The Santa Cruz County Fair.
When you need help escaping from an abusive relationship, call on the Angel.
Hello, I am attorney Angel Hess, and I am ready to help you. Whether you or a loved one needs legal protection from an abusive spouse, cohabitant, or neighbor, I will help you. I have over 7 years' experience working as a lawyer protecting others from abusive relationships.
Stop the abuse now. Call on the Angel, attorney Angel L. Hess at santacruzlegal.net.
Cannabis is one of nature's most beneficial plants. Hello, I'm Jenna. Treehouse Dispensary, we use information about cannabis to build community. Listen to Carly.
Thanks, Jenna. For those who wake up in the middle of the night, Treehouse suggests a THC CBN chocolate edible blend like Sleepy Time from Sensi Chew. Sleep the night away.
For answers to your cannabis questions, ask your friends at Treehouse Dispensary, 3651 Soquel Drive in Soquel, or ourtreehouse.io.
What's your family eating for dinner? Chef Ben here at the Back Nine Grill and Bar, where you can pick up family dinner that feeds 4 to 6 hungry people. Family meals include a full rack of ribs, a whole smoked chicken, pound of pulled pork, and plenty of barbecue sauce. Served with a full quart of baked beans, coleslaw, macaroni and cheese, dinner rolls, pickles, a side of onions, and for dessert, brownies with a pint of Mary Ann's vanilla ice cream. Call and order your family's dinner about 15 minutes before you want to eat. See you at the 9.
So, a couple of program notes. Next week, Robert Greene from the
Right.
Beach Hotel, which is supposed to be spectacular. I'm sad.
Yeah.
They're in Half Moon Bay, and right, needless to say, on that big ocean, the big water to the left.
The big Pacific thing.
It's where, yeah. Kind of hotel like this is why the tide comes in.
Ah.
It's kind of that. I'm going to have to sell him that line, but he'll be with us. On the 13th, apparently we're doing the fair.
Oh, that's the date of the fair? Yeah,
Well,
we'll be at the
that's
Santa Cruz County Fair.
Santa Cruz County Fair, which is great. Now, were you interviewing the guy with the alligator last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were little kids coming up and touching it. And
No, I'd love to know. I was standing where.
Oh, yeah, you were there.
When a mother came up and said, "Would it be okay if my child touched the alligator?" And I went, "How many children have you got?"
I remember that.
How many do you want?
That's right. But hopefully, Linda Herkman will be with us. I guess she's going to meet us at the fair, which will be fun. She's a marvelous. She's taught dance around the world.
Right.
Worked with Dance San Jose, and she's just marvelous. And speaking of New Orleans, which we referenced earlier with the drum circle, our buddy John Fitzpatrick, who is the concierge in the Big Easy, will join us that day. On the 20th, we'll have a headliner from Smoke in New York, a marvelous jazz club. 27th, we're going to Monterey Jazz. And then the 4th, there's no show, but then we've got, and we're hoping to have my doctor, John Clark, who actually in studio
return
Yeah.
visit.
Yeah.
That's not a HIPAA violation, is it?
No,
Put him on the air?
No, not at all. He apparently he wrote me. There was an article on that. I guess RFK had said that doctors make money on vaccines. And he wrote me and said, "That is so not true." I said, "Well, come on the air. We'll talk.
Come
about
refute it. Yeah.
He is no shrinking violet about opinions.
Good.
On that. So that's we've got all that coming up.
So
Let
you
me
used a phrase. I got a question about this.
Yes, good.
Why is the Big Easy called that?
See, yeah,
I don't know.
Not a clue. We'll ask John, but it seems to me.
Yeah, do ask him.
I'm trying to think. He's answered that question.
Oh, has he?
before, with the Big Easy.
This is my home state. I should
I know. Yeah, that's interesting. But we will put that on.
Yeah.
We'll put that on the list.
Make him answer it again.
Well, I would normally look at Wikipedia right now, but I
No.
can't.
Wait and let it be a surprise.
So let's do liner notes today. A marvelous example of what makes jazz so very special to me. Now, since there's hardly time or space to count the ways, I will simply say that I love new, interesting arrangements of familiar tunes. Miles' version of Frank Lesser's If I Were a Bell, Sinatra, The Way You Look Tonight come to mind. New takes on familiar themes, if you will. Today, a wonderful example by Renee Marie of a song which was originally hit for the Flamingos in 1959. Written by Harry Warren and Al Dubin, I Only Have Eyes for You has seen more than a few incarnations, from the Letterman and Jerry Butler in the 60s to Art Garfunkel in 1975. It's really become a jazz mainstay. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's foggy or bright. I only have eyes for you. I first became aware of Marie in 2001 with her release of her second CD, Vertigo, on Max Jazz. The album includes a wonderful group of standards and, yes, terrific arrangements, from Lennon and McCartney's Blackbird and Artie Shaw's Moonray to a haunting medley of Dixie and Strange Fruit. In fact, she arranged today's feature herself. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky. I only have eyes for you. Enjoy.
Must be a kind of blind love. I can't see anyone but you. La 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 Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I only have eyes for you, dear. 'cause I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden, or on a crowded avenue. Ooh, you are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people pass by, but they all disappear. From view. And I only have eyes. I only have eyes for you.
Renee Marie, and I can say that again. And I only have eyes for you. That's interesting, and I love, and I know you've got an example of a different version, but you know that started really out as a doo-wop hit with the Flamingos, And it's
no, it's
really,
marvelous the way she did
really
it.
Interesting, and because I reference Sinatra's "The Way You Look Tonight." If you hear Fred Astaire do that song originally, it's a totally different tune.
No, people can make it their own.
Yeah, they can. That's amazing. All right, so what do you got for me?
Okay, here is a song with which you must be familiar.
Okay.
Do you recognize it?
No.
Well, this is Pac-Man.
Oh, of course it is, yes. All right.
Come on.
You're right.
You know that. So here's someone who's made it their own. So anyway, they've just taken sounds from the game.
Lauren would be impressed. I'm actually tapping the desk in rhythm.
And one day I made Rosemary suffer through, 8 or 10 of those sort of songs from video games.
Did you, were you a big video game guy?
I'm not a big one, but no, I grew up in the era. Yeah, sure, I played Pac-Man.
You played a lot of Pac-Man.
I played Galaga. I played Tempest. I played Pinball. Yeah.
The fact that you can name more than 3 tells me you were a big video guy.
Space Invaders.
I played air hockey. I was really
air hockey's
good
fun.
at air hockey.
So
I did a thing. I think I was on the air in the Bay Area somewhere, and I had this alter ego as the what was it? It was the air hockey wizard or something like that, and I dressed a little bit with Elton John glasses.
Oh, did you?
There are photos with
I want to see that.
with glitter on it. I would take on all comers. I'd get these 12-year-old kids. I'd smack them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
The air hockey.
See, my brother and I owned this game at the boardwalk called 1942, where you each fly a plane really slowly and you have to bomb ships and submarines. And I have fond memories of that one. But they still have air hockey at the boardwalk.
Did you play Battleship as a kid?
Sure, I played Battleship.
Miss.
Hit. Yeah.
Speaking of kind of retro things, I know you don't binge a lot of television shows because you have a life.
I might if I had time to do it. Yeah.
We're watching West Wing again.
Oh,
I've heard that's good.
Yes.
Well, the whole idea of civility in politics
Yeah.
is so foreign to people. I mean, really?
When
there was a time
when it first aired, my parents watched, and they watched almost nothing on TV, but apparently it was good enough. It even got my parents to watch.
David Mamet, who is just no, it wasn't David. It was Aaron Sorkin who wrote that. Who also wrote Newsroom.
Okay.
Which has the great, and sometime we'll play it. I think I did it years ago. Jeff Daniels' speech about what makes America great. That is one of the all-time. Next time we're together, we'll put that together.
Okay.
It's one of the all-time great speeches. What do we got? We got about 7 minutes left.
Yeah.
We can stall a little bit.
Good for you for knowing.
Yeah, I've got to. Well, good for you for putting a clock in my face for a change. Anyway, what again? So what? I'll tell you what. You suggested a weekend liner notes years ago.
Did I?
I think you did.
What?
Or we could. I don't remember what it was. You want to suggest what?
A weekend liner notes.
Would you do Aaron Copland?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
That would be interesting.
I would do Aaron Copland if you text me what you'd like me to do.
Okay, let's see. I did an all Aaron Copland themed morning on my show, so maybe I'll pick one of those.
And for film buffs, it was Copland's music that was used in Denzel Washington's film He Got Game, which is a great film. So
He Got Game.
He Got Game.
What's it about?
Denzel. It's about a father of a college phenom basketball player who's in prison. But the governor will parole him if he can get his kid to go to their university. So it's very interesting, and it's red. I can't remember. It's an NBA guy that played the young man.
People wouldn't cheat like that in real life, would they?
I couldn't imagine that. Would they?
No.
That's right. The NCAA, they would never do that. And Mary and I are binging on Netflix Sneaky Pete. Sneaky Pete, which is about a confidence man, a little bit similar to Sting.
Yeah.
And it is co-written and co-produced by Bryan Cranston, whom I love. Of course, if you've ever seen Breaking Bad and all the great stuff. And
I say I don't binge, and it's true I don't. But there was a summer where I was living in an RV, and I had a full elliptical trainer in there, and so I would buy. I would rent CDs of an entire season, and Breaking Bad is one I did.
Did you watch the entire series?
So I watched up through year 3, I think, and there was a bad thing that happened.
Yeah, there were a lot of
so
bad things.
I didn't even finish the season. I handed it back, and I told the lady at the DVD place, I didn't finish. I don't want any more of these. And she said, I know which episode you just watched.
Really?
Yeah, she could tell.
Yeah.
It was The Great Train Robbery.
Yeah, it was what a marvelous series.
It was a super show, yeah.
We saw Cranston do Network on Broadway.
We did.
And he was nothing short of remarkable. All right, big thank you to Lauren Monroe, and a big nod to the
She was
folks.
good.
She was wonderful, and I'm glad to finally. I've heard about her around the house a lot, but it was my first time to actually chat with her.
Well, good for you, Mary, for helping them.
Yeah, we're only just getting started. I have some really fun things that we want to do in Monterey County, Santa Cruz County, our whole area here.
I guess I am married to Pro Bono.
Stay tuned.
So it works
There
out.
you are.
Anyway, so looking forward to the concert on the 25th. Again, you want to find out information about the concert with Lauren Monroe, Rick Allen, some great other artists joining them. That comes up on Thursday. September 25th.
Right.
Go to the Golden Bough website.
Yes.
Now, is there a link? Do you know? And I hate to ask you this out of left field, but do you know? Is there a link on the Ravens
On our
drum?
website? Yes.
Yes, on the very front page.
Yes.
If you scroll down,
Yes.
there's a link that says "Get Tickets."
One of
It's
the
bright
first
orange.
things you see.
Is that right below on Jacoby's show today? Probably they
It's
missed.
near.
It's a near.
Somewhere.
All right, let's bring the A
it'll be a
train in. It
wonderful
is
time.
the A train. Thank you, Mary. Delighted to see
thank
you.
you.
And Billy. Thank you again, as always, for your kindness.
Of course.
The A train is on its way, and I'm on my way out. As always, this show has been for Mark.
As always,
and for Rachel's marvelous mom, whom we do miss so very much, and for you. Until a week from today, right here at noon on Santa Cruz Voice, or anytime on your favorite streaming service, when we once again raise the standards. I'm Jacoby. I'll see you soon.
Hurry, 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 take the train to get to Sugar Hill way up in Harlem. If you should take a train, you get to where you're going in a hurry. Hurry, 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 now it's coming. Can't you hear the rails are humming? Leota, if you should miss the train,